sunrise, new day's dawning, and it's calling you and me, where the mighty Mississippi flows by Memphis, Tennessee. We've got woodlands, fields, and water. Hey, there is no better way. You can find out all about it on Outdoors with Larry Ray. Make some time, take the family, ask a friend, but don't delay. Listen up and learn about it all. Outdoors with Larry Ray. Listen up and learn about it all. Outdoors with Larry Ray.
Good Saturday morning and welcome to another edition of the award-winning Outdoors with Larry Ray. Brought to you proudly by Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Barton Power Sports, Sportsman's Warehouse, and Best Care Home Services. Now, here's your host, Larry Ray.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome to Outdoors with Larry Ray on this September. September. Yeah, I like that. You know, I'm so excited that I can't wait for hunting season to get back. You know, I'm waiting on fall. Come on, fall.
Me too.
Yeah.
Some of us don't quit hunting this time of year, Larry. White geese are in, chasing them hard.
I know it. It's February the 10th, which we're very near Valentine's Day, so we got to remember that today. If you hadn't done anything, go by one of the local box stores or go by Sportsman's Warehouse and all the other folks around here in Avery. You can check those out. But on this February the 10th, and of course, as long as you've been listening to this show, Ron Wong is still here. Yeah, he never leaves. He is. He's got a cot in the studio here, but Ron is in here. This is fourth Saturday. Is it fourth? Second Saturday. I'm having trouble.
Second
I'm getting
Saturday.
Larry, you're getting out ahead of yourself.
Yeah. Second Saturday in February means that we do have John Gordon.
Hello, folks. I have my own music now.
No, that's Ron's music.
Oh,
on
Ron's
the road
music.
again.
How does Ron
We're
get
gonna
music?
you
And I
one,
don't get
too.
anything.
No, we're going to get you one. When we have Uncle Si on the show here, already booked him coming up in February.
Gotcha.
Uncle Si will be here because he's got a new album out with singing and a group, and it's a hoot.
That should be interesting.
Yes, yeah. Uncle Si will be on us. But, hey, we welcome you folks in Brownsville and Jackson to Outdoors with Larry Ray, and can't wait to boost those people out there to spread the word about Outdoors with Larry Ray. We're on this morning there in Brownsville on WNWSAM and WTBG FM in Brownsville. And then, of course, in Jackson at the one they call News Talk 105. And glad to have you guys and gals aboard with us. Got a lot of show today. Skipping around, this is one of those times where you've got so many things going on, and everybody says, well, the deer season's in, the duck season's in, and it's a depression time for everybody. But I beg to differ with you because, as John Gordon will say from his days, not just working at Avery, but the man is, as he said, waterfowl is year-round with him, and this is Conservation Month. Now,
well, not just month, but the conservation season
goes through
for snow
March.
geese that'll run. Well, in Mississippi, all the way up until the first part of April. Now, generally, they're not going to be any birds there then.
Yeah.
But this year, I'm thinking that there are going to be plenty of birds up until March, maybe even into mid-March this year. But the way the temperatures have stayed cold at this time of year, I mean, we keep getting fronts, and there's a lot of birds right now, and they're staying around. So
a lot of birds.
We'll see. A lot of birds.
Are you booked? You're booked.
I am. You know, it's a rainy Saturday, but I've got to go deal with that after the show, and then I got clients from Georgia coming in, so got to take care of them.
And this is a season that folks say, what's a conservation season? Well, you just about can do anything, right? Unplug guns.
Right. The only thing that isn't really legal is the use of toxic shot. You know, you still have to use steel or a non-toxic alternative. But beyond that, it's no plug, no limit, electronic calls.
Do you use electronic calls?
Oh yeah, sure.
You do, don't you? Yeah.
You'd be foolish not to, because it makes a massive difference. Snow geese are extremely vocal. It's not like a duck where you can one hen can make a lot of difference. Snow geese, they never stop talking.
And you got those. What do you use? Flags, decoys? What do you?
Well, it's a mixture of our 5/8 snow and blue shells, and then I use some of our full bodies, and then some windsocks as well. And I've got tornado machines flying around and flappers, and it's a show. You got to put on the show.
It really is, isn't it?
Yeah.
And do you do any calling? Or
No, that's it. You just push a button. And you push a button and you let it go, and it's just recordings of live geese, and it's amazing what a difference that makes.
And you're hunting out of a pit?
No.
You lay down? Or do you
I went away from blinds and I went more to the old school way we used to do it, which is laying in the spread in white. I use white chemical suits.
You do?
Those spray suits.
And you're laying on the back
I use chairs.
You do chairs?
I use
the layback chairs.
I use that Primo's Wingman turkey chair.
Oh, you do?
That's a perfect chair for snow goose hunting.
And
it just puts you right there at the level of the decoys. You're already in a sitting position. The lay down blinds, I used them for years, and they were great, but you had to have some cover to put them in. You had to do this, they had to do that. Plus, you had to sit up to shoot, and this puts people in a reclined, natural, comfortable shooting position. All they have to do is raise their gun, really.
So you got spread wise. How many decoys?
Oh man, I've got like 45 dozen windsocks and close to 10 dozen full bodies and 6 dozen shells and 18 flappers and 2 tornadoes, and it's just,
so you set this up yourself?
I do a lot, for my clients.
I
like to set it myself because that way I know it's exactly the way I want it to. In Texas for years when I was guiding full time back in those days, the guys helped me every morning because we were moving spreads every single day.
Yeah.
And, I generally, like these guys, I'll hunt for a couple of days, so we will hunt that same spread. But,
you do it the
night
before?
Like to do it. I usually do it the day before, a lot of times, because it just depends on if I'm hunting more of a traffic area or a feeding area.
Yeah.
And you're right, the wind is extremely important. You've really got to know exactly what it's going to do for the next few days.
And you're shooting, tell our listeners what you're shooting, snow geese?
Yeah, that's right. Snows and blues, which snow and blue is the same goose.
That's it.
It's just a color phase.
It's amazing, folks. I know when I drive to Arkansas or something, just to see them out in the field, and I can thousands.
Thousands upon thousands upon thousands. And the snow goose population just keep getting bigger. That's why we're doing this conservation deal, is trying to thin them out. Honestly, I haven't seen any impact whatsoever. If anything, the population has grown since this came in 1998.
Yes, I remember it well.
So I'm not sure what
Dr. Bruce Batt from Avery was Mr. Snow Goose Man, and I see him every once in a while. And before we talk to Ron a little about local fishing, I want to ask you this about eating these birds, and Ron may come in on that too. Talk to us about eating these birds. There's a picture. Ron's got a picture.
There's a picture right there. That's pretty typical.
Yeah.
This time of
wow.
year. They're in that. They'll be in some green type. Either green growth or winter wheat's big.
Well, talk about eating them now. What?
Eating them, that's one thing. I call it the biggest myth in snow goose hunting. Okay, is the fact that snow geese are no good to eat, and I don't know where it started. I've heard people call them sky carp and all this stuff and nonsense, and they think the speckled belly is just the holy grail, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's not true. The speckled belly and the snow goose are very, very similar in taste. Yes, I mean, I really don't know where that started from.
I got to tell you something.
Okay, tell us,
I have
Ryan.
some friends. They're TWRA staff members in Dyer County, Tipton County, and all of that.
Yeah, lots of snow.
And I hosted them on a geese hunt here not too long ago.
Did you cook them?
No, and I invited them to kill some. I had a place for them to get however many they wanted. And they brought down for me some geese summer sausage. I have to tell you something.
Really?
You talk about good.
Have you had that, John?
Oh yeah.
My.
I've got a guy that we do all our deer sausages through, who also will do ducks and geese for me.
Mm-hmm.
Big Pete in Yazoo City.
Big Pete
and
Yazoo
Big Pete in Yazoo City, and Big Pete makes some incredible sausage. Anybody in that part of the world knows what I'm talking about. And It's just, I mean, the sausage, you can make out of it is really fine eating.
We need to get.
I got to tell you, and then
you're the cooker man.
And then there's another way. Just take the breasts. It's easy to do. Fajitas. They make the finest.
Anything will go in fajitas, buddy. Well, I mean, you don't know what's in fajitas.
Geese is really special because of the way that you cook it fast over high heat.
Yeah.
It is absolutely delicious.
And the key, don't overcook it.
No, that's why high heat, real quick. It's almost like a stir fry with fajita seasonings.
Yeah.
Some onions, bell peppers, and you're good to go.
I've also
we
made.
hadn't gone 8 minutes and we're talking food. But I know that.
Well, it's in the. Well, yeah,
It's in
I
the-
know.
go ahead.
I got to have breakfast.
I tell you, you can make a great Philly cheesesteak sandwich out of it.
Yep.
Out of
Out of a
geese as
snow
well.
geese.
Yeah.
Oh,
Same
my.
thing. I do enchiladas too. That are incredible. Barbecue enchiladas. Yeah.
Look, you got to
Anyway,
go.
so-
LROutdoors.com. We got to get something from John on there about the snow geese, and particularly that Scott Lasate. I look at Scott's recipe. He's the sporting chef. He's in the Mid-South Hunting and Fishing News magazine, and he has some wonderful meals. And he believes in the snow geese.
That's right. There's nothing wrong with them. And I'll tell you what, Larry, what I'll do for the listeners out there is that barbecued snow enchilada recipe is mine. I came up with that. That's my
That's
recipe.
yours.
It is.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it to you so you can put it on the site and people can try that out.
The recipe.
Yes, sir.
I have a better idea.
I have a better idea.
we can cook some.
Bring some and bring it in and let us eat it. Come on.
All right, better idea.
All right.
We're gonna cook. I'm gonna cook some.
Next month.
Yep.
Your slot, second in March.
I will have some barbecue
how about
snow
that?
goose enchiladas for
Great
everybody.
Red, you like
Wow.
it? You can
Yeah.
handle that, can't you?
Wow.
I think he will. Yeah. All right, let's take our first break of the morning. And golly, we got so much going on, and now we got me hungry. We're going to talk a little bass fishing with the man who knows all the conservation efforts at BASS, and that is coming up next on Outdoors with Larry Ray.